Alright guys, welcome back to my screen. It's still your mentor Allergy FX, and today we'll be talking about how to use Trendline as a trader to improve your winning rate in Forex. Now you all know Trendline is just a single line. But how do you add this single line to your chart that is going to help you and is going to help you increase your winning rate in Forex? I'll be giving you a breakdown of how I use my Trendline, and the last trade I picked is using Trendline. And I also share it on my free community. So if you're not my free community, you can click the link below or above. Anyway, it may pump out to join my free community, where I share nice and incredible setup for you guys to trade from and treat for everybody. It's a free community. Anybody can join. Now you are welcome to the community anytime, any day. Now let's talk about Trendline before I move to my screen and break it down to you guys how I use it on my Trendline. A trend line to be valid, it must have 2 touch above for a trend line to be valid. That is the only way you can know you're actually trading with a trend or you're not trading with a trend line. Now, remember, the trend line also works with trend. There is trend and there is trend line. You don't know about trend, I have videos of trend, maybe uptrend, downtrend, and so on my YouTube channel where you can just watch and learn about how market goes up or goes down. But now, trend line helps you to identify if the market is actually going up or is going down. Now, let's not waste time on this here. Let's move to my screen and let me break it down to you guys. But remember to like this video, subscribe, and share with your loved one. See you on my screen. Alright guys, welcome back to my screen, and this is a trade I picked with Trendline GBPCHF. Now, I'll give you a breakdown of it and how I picked this trade. Now, if you check this market has been going down, It means all these places I wasn't active. I don't actually trade all this here, but for some reason, you just have to just analyze and study more. Because if you don't study, you will not improve. That is it. Now, when I came to this market, I saw it chart around this area. The before and after, I normally send the before and after, and I will be doing a breakdown, a back review of 1 hour to see how the trade actually picked and how everything happened, and how to take your profit as a trader. This is very sharp 1:3, very fast. 30 pips stop loss and 100 pips take profit, which I share to the community for free. So you can join my community clicking the link below or above to join my free community. Now, let's get down to business. This is a break here. See, this market started from this down. It has break 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I am only interested in the current market price. And trend line also work with trend, because this market has been going downtrend, and I'm using a trend line like this. Now let me just click this. Now, this is how to draw a trend line. I will just shift this. I will just shift this for the meantime. For purpose of this video, let me just shift it to the other side. Now, and for the purpose of this video, let me just shift that. This is how to use the trend line. Don't just draw a trend like this. Just like this, a trend line must connect. Now, in connecting a trend line, this is 1. Let me just extend this. This is a first touch, a second touch. Now, after having these 2 touch, the next thing you are supposed to do as a trader is to extend this trend line, this touch above, is to extend it. Now, this area is an order block. I trade. This is a break, and this is another block that took out this area. Coming to see that a trend line is touching it at a 3rd touch, like it's going to be at the 3rd touch of this trend, gives me more confidence. It's okay, I can actually trade this trade because it has given me a confidence close to my order block, and it's also a trend line close to my order block. Now this is 1. Now this is 1 here. This is the first touch of this trend line. This is another touch of this trend line. and I was waiting for this trend line to come back and touch here. And what happened here? It exactly touched and went my way. Like after the touch, it would move to my way and take profit instantly without maybe with a day pullback or above. Now you see it here. This is it. This is the third touch that is reacting. This is a third touch that is reacting here. This is a third touch reacting. This is first touch, second touch, third touch, and on a trend, the third touch of every trend is always powerful, because after that connection, the third one is actually going to tell you, okay, now this third one, let's keep going above. You will be like, okay, now let's keep going. So this is how to draw a trend line, and this is the trade I pick using Trendline. I share this tweet to my free community, so you can go there and check. I share this with my free community. So now let's look for another pair, and let me explain to you guys again in a separate way. For here we'll be going to GBP USD. This is GBP USD, and I'll be drawing this trend line from here, connecting it to this one and extending it above. Now let me give you guys one secret about trend line. The higher the time frame, the stronger the confirmation and the stronger the trend. This is only 4 hours. Do not expect a market that has touched here 1, 2. You can actually call this the third touch or the fourth touch. Like you can actually call here this place here the third touch or the fourth, or this you can call it the second touch or the third touch. But this is 1, this is 2 again, or you can call it 3, and this is another one. This is the fourth one. Now let's see, okay, we are using this one here. This trade that has hold for day 1, first touch, second touch. Let's call this full area second touch, and this is the third touch. Once it's getting to the third touch, there's always that powerfulness and that strength, or there's always that aggressiveness that come at the third touch of a trend. If you are of a trend line, if you are working with the trend. So this is just how to use trend line. You don't just draw a trend line like this just because you see market going up, you just want to do it like this. No, there is certain way you need to draw a trend line. So guys, let's move back to my trade. So this is exactly where I saw the trade. So let's start from here. Let's start from here. Now here, play back above, came back. Now we are on this chart, like on this trade, we are in here. But if you are waiting for a further confirmation, you have to go to lower time frame. Then you'll be in at this second candle. And let's go. You are in profit. Market does not go one way, you have to pull back. Like market has to pull back. Now if you miss this first 2 here, there's a tendency of you joining back to this place. Now we are in, and this is our take profit. Market just, I think after like 2 or 3 days, if you join here 2 or 3 days, you'll be taking out the profit. But if you join here maybe a week or above, this area, I'll be explaining this area, why I mark this area, and the candle I mark here. You know, I always mark candle. I always mark my order block around that area. Let's move down to 30 minutes, and let me show you the candle that I marked there as my order block. This is the candle here. This is the candle here. This is the last candle before. This is the last buyer's candle before all this supply to the down. This is the last buyer's candle before this market starts going down. And this is my liquidity, because you'll be trapping people here. Like a lot of people want to join here, and I will not do that. I will wait for this place to be swept out, and look at the movement that swept this area. If you are on this trade here, it's going to sweep you out. So if you're waiting for confirmation, this is your confirmation. This is where you are supposed to join the trade. And if you are not successful, if you're not okay with that confirmation, you can still join it here again. This is exactly how I pick the trade. And your TP must not be long for you to earn a lot in profit. Your TP must not be long for you to be a successful trader. Just do your 1:3 or your 1:2 or your 1:100 that you want to do. Catch the move, stick to the plan, and be out in no time. So guys, that will be all on this episode of Trendline. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. See you guys on the next one.